All right, we're on the third and final day, so this is day 3 of our cycle. Take it away.
Yeah, so day 3, this is Friday workout here. So for our strength piece, we got our 2 movements. First one's gonna be the landmine split stance RDL. So for this one, I'm gonna get into a split stance here, so it's not quite a lunge. So I'm just gonna have my feet staggered like this. I'm gonna pick up that landmine, so it's up at the hip. And again, I'm gonna have most of the weight on that front leg. So that back toe, I'm gonna have it, the back foot, I'm gonna have it turned in, but most of the weight is gonna be on this lead leg. And from there, I'm gonna hinge the hips back, going down low. So really trying to hinge the hips back, really loading this front leg as I come back up, going down. And I'm not really trying to brace the core the whole time, keep the shoulders back.
So again, about 80% of that weight's probably on that front leg, about 20% on the back leg. And Brett's really thinking about sending his hips backwards. Awesome.
And then for our next movement there, we have the half kneeling overhead press with a banded row. So I'm going to have the row, the band attached to the rig here, and I'm going to hold that with the knee that's up in front. My other arm is going to hold on to the dumbbell and it's going to be up on my shoulder here. Now with this, I'm going to be pressing the dumbbell overhead as I row with the band. Just go like that.
And what Brett can think about is this back glute here, really squeezing it, trying to keep that hip extended without overextending at the spine. So really trying to pull the rib cage down as we squeeze the glute. He's doing a good job here. Trying to keep that elbow tucked in as we press. That looks nice. Beauty.
Thank you.
All right, now Brett's going to talk about the accessory work for that Friday day 3 workout. So starting with the hack squat, take it away.
So we got our landmine hack squat here. I'm going to be starting with the landmine here on my shoulder. I'm going to be walking my feet out. And then from here with the landmine on my shoulder, squatting down and coming back up.
And you may want to encourage people, if they can keep track, to switch landmine sides each set. It's not going to make a huge difference if it just ends up on one side, but if we can, we want to try and be symmetrical.
If an athlete is not able to do the squats because it's very quad dominant, the other movement we have as an option is going to be a landmine RDL. So arms nice and long, hinging at the hips, and coming up. So hinging, really getting the hips back. And same kind of grip on the bar as I used with the Cossack squats.
And then if somebody has bad knees but really wants to try the hack squat, they may be able to get away with doing it at a partial range of motion rather than a full range. That's another consideration. And then next movement.
Next exercise, we'll be coming over to the rings here. So we can grab onto the rings. We'll lean back here. And then we'll be getting in our ring face pulls. So with both arms coming up to my head, externally rotating my shoulders. Pulling up to my face, externally rotating. So it's one big movement here. I'm not pulling up and then rotating. I'm doing it all in one go here. And that's for our ring face pulls. And the last exercise, it's kind of 2 exercises combined. We're going to be going for wall balls. So it's a high set of unbroken wall balls, so either 15, 20, or 25 reps. You can choose depending on what you feel comfortable with. And then with that, you're getting a full squat, keeping the ball in front of our face, standing up, launching it to that line or above. Again.
So we'll encourage the fellas to try and clear the gray line. For the ladies, we'll try and hit the gray line. Again, 15, 20, or 25, that's going to be based on their capacity. You should be able to do those unbroken. So I would just communicate if 15 feels not too difficult, feel free to encourage 20. And if 20 again isn't all that challenging, bump it up to 25. If 25 is not challenging, use a heavier wall ball. So after he does those wall balls, we do what?
Immediately after I finish, I'm going to drop the ball. I'm going to come over to the bars here. I'm going to get a max dead hang. So I'm really relaxing. I'm not pinching the shoulder blades together. I'm just letting everything hang nice and loose here, and your shoulders rise up.
And I believe our score is our max dead hang time.
The max dead hang time.
So as soon as we get on that bar, we want to have our athletes watching the clock, see how long they can get. So this is a really good opportunity under a little bit of metabolic fatigue to see what their grip endurance looks like. Is that everything?
That's everything.